Chicago Bears training camp practice day number 19. We're almost done with training camp 2024. Today was the 19th practice, and I want to break down everything you need to know. Let's go ahead and get right into it. The players who did not practice today were Ryan Bates, Jacob Martin, Colin Johnson, Jalen Jones, Leon Jones, and Theo Benedict, as well as Kevin Byard, also missed practice today. All of those guys were sidelined and working on their conditioning on the side. Kyler Gordon, Tyreek Stevenson, and Jaquan Brisker were all back at practice today. The full secondary was almost back, except Byard didn't practice today, giving way for Jonathan Owens and Elijah Hicks to get some more first-team reps. Meanwhile, the starting offensive line seems to be pretty set in stone for week one, as these five guys have now been practicing together for well over a week, and they started last week's game against the Bengals as well, playing the entire first half together. Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins, Coleman Shelton, Nate Davis, and Darnell Wright. These guys are starting to build some chemistry together, with Ryan Bates being out for a while now, and other than Matt Pryor filling in for Nate Davis for a period of time last week, these guys have been getting a ton of reps together for 2+ weeks now. This starting five seems pretty set in stone, barring any kind of surprises, which is pretty good news. And on top of that, Coleman Shelton has looked good at center to me. He's a better pass blocker than he is a run blocker, but he has 26 snaps this preseason, and so far he hasn't allowed a single pressure. I love what I've seen so far, even if it was a small sample size. If Ryan Bates gets back to practice, that only makes things better. Even Nate Davis bounced back last week and had a pretty good game against the Bengals. He allowed a sack early in the game, but I thought he played pretty well after that. More good news for the offensive line is Karan Amagaji made his training camp debut today, doing individual drills. I still don't know if he's going to be ready to play Thursday night, but I really would like to see him make his debut. As for Caleb Williams, this was not a padded practice. It was a pretty easy day, but he started out 7-on-7s with 4 straight completions, hitting DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome Odunze in succession at one point. But the 11-on-11 session was kind of ugly at times. There were 2 false starts, 2 interceptions, and a couple of plays that were completely blown up by Gervon Dexter, although on one of them, Caleb did get rid of the ball to DeAndre Swift for a pretty nice gain. A couple of plays after that, Caleb would throw a nice touchdown pass to Keenan Allen, and then he would find Keenan Allen again a few plays later before trying to throw a touchdown to DJ Moore that was intercepted by Spider-Man. Kyler Gordon jumped the route, and he took the interception 100 yards for a TD, and then did a Spidey celebration in the end zone. Man, oh man, I want this Kyler Gordon breakout so bad. Kyler Gordon would intercept another tip pass from Caleb later in practice. Kyler would intercept Caleb twice today, but our rookie quarterback would bounce back and hit Keenan Allen for a third TD strike of the day, his favorite target of practice today. Keenan Allen had an awesome day. That's probably his response to people on Twitter calling him slow. Good luck trying to cover him while you're sitting at home on your couch. Rome Odunze did drop a TD today, and he muffed a couple of punts. Not Odunze's best day, but I'm not worried about Rome. Overall, it just wasn't the best day for our offense, but it was an easy and light practice without pads on. Shane Waldron would talk about Caleb today during his presser. One of the best quotes about our rookie quarterback, Waldron said, "When a play breaks down, it's almost in slow motion for Caleb." He also praised Rome Odunze and said he's already ahead of where a typical rookie wide receiver would be at this point in the year. I have really high expectations for Rome, and both of those two rookies will grow together and help each other get better and help make the Chicago Bears better. I've never been this excited about 2 Bears rookies. It's still crazy we landed Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze. Elsewhere on offense, though, Tyson Bagent also had a pretty good day. He hit Cole Kmet for a touchdown, and he also connected multiple times with Tyler Scott, who had a great day. Brett Rippon would also throw a touchdown pass to Tyler Scott as well. Onto the defense, where even in a light practice, some of these guys made their presence felt, and our defense probably won the day. Gervon Dexter continues having a great camp. Jaquan Brisker was back. Kyler Gordon and Tyreek Stevenson were back and getting to play with Jalen Johnson. That's an intimidating secondary. And then Jervon Dexter and Montez Sweat blew up the backfield on a couple of reps, and they were accredited with at least one sack on the day. Jervon Dexter also tipped the pass that ended up being Kyler Gordon's second INT of the day. Gordon had 2 interceptions. Both of them came off of Caleb Williams, and it looked like Elijah Hicks and Jonathan Owens both were getting reps in place of Kevin Byard today. On the downside, Zach Pickens did leave practice early today. Hopefully he's okay. I'll update you guys as soon as I learn more on him. He did walk off the field, but he was limping a bit. But now to the big question. Will Caleb Williams play on Thursday night against the Kansas City Chiefs? This is where it gets interesting. Caleb has 43 total snaps right now, including penalties. Eberflus has said from very early on that the plan was to get him somewhere between 45 and 60 reps in preseason. We're at 43. It's pretty much there, but it is a couple short. Ryan Poles also commented recently and said it's a great sign that Caleb seems to be in his comfort zone when the lights are on. He's cool, calm, and collected on the football field. I would like to see Caleb Williams get another series or two, taking him over the 45 snap mark that Flus aimed to hit. However, I am preparing myself for the chance that our starters do not play against the Chiefs. It might come down to whether or not Kansas City plays their starters in the game. Right now, I think it's 50-50. I am hoping to see Caleb Williams and the starters play, and I'd also like to see the Chiefs play their starters as well. At the bare minimum, though, I'd like to see Caleb in the offense at least come out and get one drive. Overall, it was one of the lightest practices of camp, though. Nothing to really freak out or worry about in this one. I know a lot of people like to overreact and make a big deal out of whether the defense wins the day or the offense wins the day. Caleb did throw 2 interceptions today, but he also threw 3 touchdown passes to Keenan Allen. There's going to be back and forth here. No reason to overreact one way or another. Tomorrow is the last open practice of camp, and we have a couple of guys I'd like to see come back from injuries, and a couple of guys I'd like to see make their debut in preseason action. When it comes to Karan Amagaji and Jalen Hutchins, I'd like to see him as well, and I'd like to see Jamri Cromah get some more reps. But let me know what you guys want. What do you think? 19 practices in the books. Tomorrow is practice number 20 of training camp. It's been a really fun one. I appreciate everybody who watches the videos. Stay tuned, guys. I have a ton more coverage on the way. Please remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.